I welcome you to this section of the tutorial. For this section, we go look at how we fit retrieve data we match a specific string pattern. Sometimes if you want to retrieve data, we be say go match certain patterns, and it gets some ways where we fit do them. Make we check a few examples. So for example, if we want retrieve the agent, we be say their name starts with A, it get us if we do them. So if we just say select all columns from sales, then we fit put condition where, and our condition be say we want check the name of the agent we start with A. So if we just say where name, then it get one keyword where we call like. So if we just enter them where name like, and then in quotes we fit put which we want make it there. We want the names we start with A, so we can just write A and then followed by the percent sign, and then we'll close quotes. And then if we run this one, so now the name of the agent will be say their name starts with A, and now it return for us. So waiting this percent sign mean be say the first name has be A and then any other number of characters after A. And here it not too matter if na capital letter we use or na small letter. So if we just even put capital letter, na the same answer it could give us. And if we run na still the same thing. So basically now A and then any other number of characters. Now waiting the percent sign stand for be that. So if we want to return all the values, we say their name starts with A, we go put the A first and then the percent sign after. But if we want to make it return the data of the agent, we say their name end with A, we go come out this percent sign for here, and then we go just put them in front here. And then, so if you run them, you can see. So now only the agents will be say their name end with A, and now it go return for us. So you see them. See them. So now, make we take another example. Maybe we want to return the name of the agent. Maybe say their name starts with Akin. So if we just put them into quotes, Akin, and then make we put a percent to indicate any number of characters after Akin. So if you run this one now, okay, now only one person name starts with Akin. So also if you put the percent sign after Akin to show the name of the agent, we say the name end with Akin. So make we put them here and then make we run them. Okay, so we don't get any agent, we say the name end with Akin. Another thing we do be say if we also return the data of agents, we say they get A for their name. So if we be say they get A for the beginning of their name or the end of their name or the middle or anywhere in their name. So if we just say if we just surround this one with percent, so this one means say any number of values before A or any number of values after A. If we just surround them with percent and then if we just run them, it will return the data of agents where we say they get A for their name. So you see if you look all these names very well, they get A. This one get A, Dankwa, Abioye gets A for the beginning of the name. This one says Ariba gets A for the beginning of the name. So that's how if we use like, and then also the percent sign, make we not forget say it signify any number of characters. So but if you don't want just get any number of characters, we won't get exact number of characters, that one we go use the underscore. So make we take example. So let's say we get underscore A. So underscore A, make we run this one and see what it will give us. So we don't get any agent where we say the name now only 2 characters, that is 1 character before A. So let's take another example. Let's say 7 characters before K. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and then K. Then let's run this. So you see it don't return 7 characters before K. So that is assuming the space is also a character. So SQL counts space as character. the percent sign are for any number of characters, the underscore sign are for exact number of characters. Another thing we will do is say if we just put a letter and then the number of characters within in between, you know, just like this name, it starts with A and then it end with K. So and then the number of characters within in between are like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, that's with space included. So if we run them, it will give us the same answer. So basically now, so if we use the like operator, but it gets more recent operator will be said than they use, and the name of that one are regular expression. That one they usually allow to search for more complex patterns. Let's see example. So let's say select all columns from sales where name like and so make we run this one. So we don't know which in this one mean because we just make use of the like operator we will just learn, and the meaning be say it go return any name we get mark for inside. So but instead of like, if we use the regular expression, the keyword for that now regular expression. Okay, so and then so once we use regular expression, if we come out the percent signs and then if we just run them straight like that, it will give us the same answer. Also, if you want to make it return the names, we start with A, just like we do for inside the like operator. We also use regular expression for that. So in that case, we go use this sign, and then we just enter the character where we say we want to make the name start with, and then if we run them, we will return all the names, you know, we start with A. Also, if we want to make the name end with A, we go put A first, and then here we put $, and then make we run them. So now all the names will end with A be this. Another thing we will do is if we search for multiple words. So for instance, maybe we want to search for the agents, maybe say their name now Ayo or John, or maybe they get Ayo or John in their name. So if you just enter Ayo, and then if we separate them with a vertical bar, and then just put John, and then if you run them, so you see Ayo, this name starts with Ayo, this one end with Ayo, this one are John, this one also Fayoyi, you know, AYO self they inside the name Ayo, it they inside the name. So you go return all the characters maybe say they get Ayo or John for their name. If we even add another name, let's say Joy, make we run them. Okay, so it don't include one person, one agent maybe say the name now Joy, so it don't include that. So now, so if you search for multiple words using regular expression, if you also say maybe we don't just want to make Ayo day anywhere for the name, we want to make the name start with Ayo. So if we just come here, put the sign we use earlier, we'll be say if we want to make the name start with that particular character or characters, we go put them, and then so right now if you run this query now, it will return the names we start with Ayo, and then any name we get John and Joy for the name. So make we run them. So now we don't return them for us. Now only this one's name starts with Ayo, and this one get Joy, and then this one get John for the name. Also, if you say maybe the name end with Ayo, and maybe not start with Ayo, maybe just end with Ayo, if you put our $, and then if it run them, so you see Omotayo, this one name end with Ayo, and this one get this one name now Joy and John. So make we see another example. I want to put this query for a new line. So now maybe we want to return the name of the agent. So we say their name gets O for inside. We sabi as if we do that one, maybe we edit this one, just put O, and then Okay, so all these names get O for inside. Maybe we want to make some particular letters there before that O. If we put those letters inside square brackets, let's say we want to make maybe L, make it there before O, then we want to make D there before O, and we want to make I, make it there before O. So if you run this one, see, so now the agent will get L, D, and I before O for their name. This, if you look this one gets IO for the name. So if you look all these names very well, they will get either LO, DO, or IO. So if you look this one like this, for instance, the EBO Deborah, he gets IO for the name. This one self gets IO for the name. This one gets IO for the name. This one gets LO, and so on like that. And now even this O, for instance, if you come here, instead of making it the back of the square bracket, if you come to the front of the square bracket, and then if you run them, so now we go get something like OL, OD, and OI. So if you look the names very well, you go see say the O comes before L, D, and I. So for example, Olauti, OL, and so on like that. Another thing we will do now to supply a range of characters. So for example, make I do this one for another line. So maybe one range of characters, if we just say into square brackets, let's say A to I, close the square bracket, and now all the letters we there between A to I must come before, let's say O, and then we run them. So instead make we write A, B, C, D to I. If we just put this hyphen, so it will serve as the range of letters from A to I, and then they must come before O. Here D comes before O, here E comes before O, here G comes before O, and so on like that. So now, so if we use regular expression to search for more complex patterns. Before we complete this session, another thing I want to show us now how to return null values. For example, maybe we want to return the agents when no make any sale in the fourth quarter of the year, that is their Q4 is equal to null. If we just put the query, sorry, I did lazy, I don't want to retype the query. Now I they copy and paste them for a different line. So if you just say select all columns from sale where Q4 is null, so we go return the data of the agents where we say they get null values for Q4. So if you run them like this, okay, so no agent gets null value for Q4. So this one means every agent makes sales for Q4. So, and also the same way, if we want to see the agent where we say they don't get any null value, if we just say is not null, we've spoken about the not operator before. So if we just put not here, so instead of is null, we are saying select all the columns from sales where Q4 is not null, that is the value in the fourth quarter is not null. So if we just come here, come run them, so now the data we return for us be this. So now, so if you return data we be say in match a specific pattern. Now the end of this section of the tutorial be this. We go see for the next tutorial.